Hello, hello, welcome. Most women don't struggle with boundaries. They struggle with what they make things mean when life doesn't go their way. And that meaning is what pulls them out of connection and into control. Yep, I said it. Welcome to the Coming Home to You Sparkcast, where joy is medicine, healing is sacred, and remembrance is your superpower. This space is a sanctuary, not for perfection, but for truth. And today we're opening a new theme. We're in April. We are going to talk about boundaries as love, but not the kind that you've been taught. This isn't about cutting people off or creating walls. It's about how you stay with yourself while still being in relationship. So I had this moment recently, this last week, where I really wanted a beach day with my family. Like I had it all in my mind, all of us laughing, throwing the frisbee, the football, just laughing together, having a beautiful day, just enjoying ourselves. And it didn't go that way. Like one by one, plans shifted. And before I knew it, it ended up just being me and my husband and our dog. And that was okay. But I could feel it the moment that my daughter wanted to go to her friend's house and my son wanted to go to his friends to go to the park. I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm getting a little bratty. I definitely got in my head. I was like, of course this happens. This always happens. When I want to do something, it always goes wrong. Why does it never go my way? Does anybody even care about what I want to do? That was what was playing in my head. And in that moment, I caught it. I caught it in real time because it wasn't really actually about the beach anymore. It was about what I was making it mean. So instead of staying there, I paused. I took a breath. I softened and I chose. I chose differently. I chose to be present with what was instead of resisting what wasn't. I chose connection over control. Not what I expected to happen, but actually what I needed, right? It's not what I wanted or expected. It's actually what I needed in that moment. And so the pattern that I noticed was that the truth is the problem wasn't the day at the beach with my family. The problem was what I made it mean about me in that moment. So right now I want to, because I think we've all been there. Have you been there before where you make something mean something, or you have to control the outcome, or there's an expectation that wasn't met? So let's just take a breath together. Inhale through your nose. Hold it at the top for 2, 3, 4, and release for 8 counts. And now ask yourself, where in my life right now am I making something mean more than it actually does? Where in my life right now am I making something mean more than it actually does? When expectation isn't met, the mind really creates a story. It creates a story. It creates a story from your past experience, from the identity that you are living in. So I want you to take another breath with me real quick, just in and out. Allow yourself to land in your seat. Feel your feet flat on the ground wherever you are. And now ask yourself, what story do I tend to tell when things don't go my way? Is it, I'm not important? This always happens to me. Nobody cares. I'm an afterthought. No one ever considers my feelings. So just notice. Notice this time, though, without judgment or criticism. Just be neutral. What is the story playing out in your mind? because control says that this needs to go my way for it to be okay, or I won't be okay. Are you that person? I've heard people say, like, I'm a control freak. Yes, me too. But connection actually is going to say, can I stay with myself even if it doesn't go my way? Even if I can't control the outcome? Can I just stay with myself in this moment? So take another deep breath in with me and exhale slowly. And feel yourself, the breeze on your skin, the sun on your skin, your fingertips. Just get present and ask yourself, am I choosing connection right now? Or am I choosing to be right? Because you can't be both. Are you choosing connection or are you choosing to be right? I had my trainer ask once in one of the training rooms, he's like, are you choosing to be right or are you choosing the relationship? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm always choosing to be right. And when I don't choose the relationship, I am pretty much saying I don't want connection. So, and if you're trying to choose to be right, right? Because if I'm choosing to be right, what am I trying to protect? What are you trying to protect? What are you protecting by choosing to be right? And I caught myself. I caught myself in that moment. So take a breath with me again. Because I need to regulate myself right now, just thinking about that moment and how quickly I wanted it to mean something about me. So where do I leave myself the moment something doesn't go as planned? I definitely shut down. I get reactive. I withdraw. I get bratty. I get, I give attitude and I try to control the outcome. Which one are you? And I just want you to notice the pattern. It's not about judgment. Just notice the pattern. Awareness is key and it's the first step in your transformation. So just notice it. The moment didn't disconnect you, okay? The meaning you gave it did. Let me say that again. The moment itself didn't disconnect you. It was the meaning that you gave it, what you made it mean. So, what would it feel like to stay connected to yourself, even if nothing around you changed? Okay? It's not about fixing, it's not about forcing. Just feel into it. What would it feel like to stay connected with yourself, even if nothing around you ever changed? I think oftentimes we're waiting for people to change. We're waiting for things to change for us to feel better, for us to do our work. But maybe boundaries aren't about controlling the moment. Maybe they're about staying connected to yourself within it. You know, the boundaries. When I first heard that word, I used to be like the dirty B word. Because to me, I thought boundaries were walls, right? Like I said earlier, I thought they were walls. Thought I needed to tell people no. But the truth is, boundaries are about self-respect, about staying with yourself, um, knowing, keeping your sovereignty. Boundaries are clean and clear when you say, hey, listen, I am here, but I am not here if you're going to talk down to me. I am not here if you're going to disrespect me. I deserve respect. And I will have this conversation with you if you can be loving, you can be understanding, Maybe they don't have to be understanding, but they get to be respectful of you. Because when I don't know about you, but I have a hard time having hard conversations, confrontational conversations, like the repair conversations when something blows up. And it's not because I have a problem being responsible or taking responsibility for my part. The reason why I have such a hard time is because I hear judgment, I hear criticism, I hear you're broken, I hear you're the problem, I hear how I am the one that created the problem in the first place, that I am selfish, and all these things. I start feeling attacked. And what does my body do? I contract. I go into fight, flight, and freeze. Fight, flight, or freeze. Say that 3 times fast. And so recently I started just paying attention. What story is my mind coming up with? Is it true? Is this actually true? And if it's not, I get to reframe it. And there's power in that. Reclaimed my power. I was like, I get to rewrite this moment. And so I took a few breaths. I told myself, I get to go with the flow because it has nothing to do with me. We had just come back from vacation. We had spent so much time together as a family. So going to the beach as a family, my kids were like, Mom, we did that for 4 days. We were together. Like, how much more do you need? But I had it in my mind we were going to play frisbee and football, and I was going to volleyball, like pass volleyball with my daughter, all the things that I haven't done in a long time with them. And so I had this vision. And when that didn't play out the way that I wanted it to, I felt it even in my body. I was just like, I was closing off. I was shutting down. I was having like, whatever, yeah, whatever. I was that attitude. Yeah, whatever. Who wants to hang out with that whatever attitude? So I chose a better serving story. I made a better than choice, and I said, take a breath, choose connection, and look on the bright side. You get to spend alone time with your husband, something that we haven't had in a long time. Mind you, we took the dog with us, and it was a beautiful, lovely walk to the beach, walk on the beach. It was a gorgeous day, and we connected. And it was what our souls needed at the time. And so, like, how beautiful did the day end up unfolding, even though I didn't expect it to be that way? It ended up being exactly what my soul needed. So, where in your life are you trying to control everything and then getting bratty when it doesn't go your way? So I'll say it again. Maybe boundaries aren't about controlling that moment, but about staying connected to yourself within it and to the people around you. So let's take one final breath together. Hold it at the top and then breathe out for 8 counts. 6, 7, 8. Just allow your body to be in this moment and your mind to slow down. Focus on your breathing. And sometimes you'll feel an involuntary breath when you finally really land in your body, when your mind settles. Put a smile on your face. Even if it's a fake smile, eventually that smile will start to overtake your energy. Smile activates your radiant circuits, and that's a conversation for another time. But radiant circuits are the energetics of your body that um, not create, but like hold your joy and your happiness. And it's a birthright. So smile. I'm sure you have a beautiful smile. And when you don't feel like smiling, that is the time when you get to smile more. I go on my walks with my dog and I smile, especially after having a really hard moment. I was like, okay, I get to just smile so that my body feels safe to feel good and joyful. So the last question I want to ask you today, what would shift in your life if you didn't need things to go your way, to feel grounded, loved, or even okay? What would shift in your life if you didn't need things to go your way all the time? That's the question I want to ask you. Because what shifted for me this last few weeks when I've been embodying and sparking the moment is that I've been shifting and surprising my family. I'm surprising myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's that easy to stay connected? And I mind you, I don't abandon myself. Like I still speak my truth. But when I am calm, when I return back to myself and I stay within myself, I'm able to articulate love, understanding, compassion, my boundaries. I get to articulate those boundaries and say, hey, listen, when you said this to me, it really hurt my feelings. I don't think it was fair to say that. Because I don't think that's my truth. That's not my truth. And so the question remains for me to ask you, are you choosing from an old pattern or belief or identity, or are you choosing from the woman that you're becoming and the woman that you envision standing in front of you? Because in every moment you have a choice. Every moment is an opportunity to choose. So are you choosing from love and connection? Or are you choosing from control and hurt? So if something in you stirred today, if something felt familiar, maybe it even felt true, don't leave it here. This work isn't meant to be done alone, sisters. It's not meant to be done alone. Because if this is the kind of space that you've been craving, where you get to slow down, take a breath, be seen, reflect, and not feel like you have to have it all together. Because, spoiler alert, you don't have to have it all together. You just have to make progress. It's not about perfection. I would like to invite you into my private sisterhood space. It's a private group on Facebook where we just take these conversations deeper. We support one another. You get tools, real-time awareness and reflections. And the most important thing, a sisterhood that sees you, that reflects you, that knows who you are. Because just like me, because I bet you're just like me in so many different ways. And this is where you get to be in a space with other women who are also learning how to come home to themselves. Because that's the goal, to come home back to yourself, the truth of who you are, who you've always known you were. Outside the noise, outside the roles and the expectations and the titles. It's truly a place with no pressure, just presence. So if it feels aligned, I'd love to have you join us there. It's free to join. The link will be in the show notes. So I just want to remind you, you don't need to control everything just to feel connected. You don't have to control thing to feel connected, connected to yourself, connected to others, connected to your loved ones. Because when you want to control the outcome or control every little thing, you, your relationships struggle. And so I want to ask you, like, where in your life are you trying to control? Who in your life are you trying to control? And what is that relationship like? Or how are those results for you? Just look at your results. If you want to know if you're doing something right or not, just look at your results. That is the proof in the pudding right there. And it's not about judging yourself either. Remember that. Be neutral. Stay neutral. Just get curious. There's that pattern Margarita was talking about. I'm trying to control it. There it is again. So just pause. Take a deep breath in and out. Feel your fingertips. That helps you stay present and get back in your body. And then you look at the moment, you're like, and just choose a better than version of yourself in that moment. Make a better than choice for connection. Okay? And just remember, you are not broken. You're simply becoming. So keep rising, sisters. Keep coming home. You matter. You are enough, exactly as you are. And you're not late. You're not even behind. You're right on time. And remember, coming home to you is not a destination. It's a devotion. And just like that, we had a short episode today. Because sometimes when the message is clear, the message is clear. No need to talk it over and over again. You get the gist. Choose a better than story. Spark the moment. Just pause. Take a breath and choose better. I'm your host, Margarita Rose, here with the Coming Home to You Sparkcast. We're in the Embodied Leader series. And this month, we are speaking boundaries as love. And today was your Mind Week episode. Stay tuned for cups. I am going to be doing Cup of Awareness episodes as well to support you throughout the week. So stay tuned for those little sips of awareness for you as I am experience them in real life, real time, to support you so that you can truly become the woman that you were always meant to be. Until next time, sisters, I will see you same time, same Spark channel. Love you.